Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Crazy Chapel Chaos. Today is Tuesday, October 25th, and it's a very gloomy and rainy and kind of yucky day today. So I decided today would be a great day as I get ready for this new baby of ours to arrive, to go ahead and start the process of my planning for the new school year. I know you guys are thinking, it's October, why are you planning so early? It takes me a long time to plan, and I also like to buy our school curriculum for the new year in March, so that's why I plan a little early. Plus I change my mind and research a lot in between now and then. So I thought I'd take you guys along for this, the beginning of this series, which is Plan With Me for a New Year. And so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go grab a notebook, flip you around because my tripod's a little jacked up thanks to the baby. And we'll go from there. Okay, the first thing that I did was I wrote down all of my children's names, the grade level that they're going to be in, and their individual subjects. I use these pens. They're like journal pens that I got off of Amazon. I will link them in the description box below because I actually like them a lot better than the Papermate Flare pens. So I wrote down their individual subjects below. And now that I'm going to make a section for our group subjects and our unit studies, and then we will go from there. All right, I went back and added a spot for my group subjects as well as my unit studies for quarter 1 through 4. This doesn't include any extra studies that we might do, like for holidays and whatnot. I kind of just decide what we're gonna do then. So now that I'm gonna go in and fill in what I know, my known things that I don't stray from, and then we'll go from there. So these are my knowns. I know spelling you see, but I left her level blank because I want her to take the little placement test to see where she's gonna be. Same for Caden's spelling you see. And then for Everly's next year, I know her spelling you see is gonna be level A because she's starting it for the first time. Vocab for these two is Scholastics and the correct grade. I don't do vocabulary in kindergarten, so it's not applicable for her. Social studies is 180 days for all 3 of them. The only reading that I know for sure is I'm going to start Everly with All About Reading, level 1. The rest are left blank. I know my group subjects so far. Read aloud, see next page. I haven't put anything on the next page yet, but I will. And geography, we always use the DK geography workbooks, K 1st and 2nd grade. My unit studies will be from Gather Around, and we're doing space, human body, earth science, and oceans next year. I try to get through 4. Sometimes we get through less, sometimes we can get through more, but those are the 4 that I will purchase to start with, and if we need more, I can always go back and buy more. Everything else is left blank. Which is odd because most of you know that I've been using The Good and the Beautiful for a while, but there are some things that I am noticing my children needing more of, so I'm thinking about swapping. Nothing official yet. I'm just doing some research on these things. And then sorry, it's loud here. As far as my science and history goes, I'm still researching what I want to do for those as well. So those will stay blank as I research more. So now I'm going to work on my read alouds list. Okay, so I planned out my read alouds. These are all rough timelines of how long it should take. I like to start my school year in July. So, and some of these you will remember from my planned read alouds for this year, but because the kids started school and then we ended up pregnant with our 5th baby, it shifted things, and some of these we're not going to make it to, or we just didn't get to in the beginning part of our school year, so I've just moved them to next year. I've got The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, which we started but only got like 5 chapters in, so we're going to just start it again, and we'll do that one for July and August. Prince Caspian, September and October, and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader for November and December. Yes, I know this is not the exact order of this series, but these are the ones that we're going to read. Train to Impossible Places, we'll do in January and February. The Wild Robot Escapes, March. We read the first one last year, took a break, and now we're going to pick up this one. A Series of Unfortunate Events, Book 1, April, and then Ella Enchanted will finish out our school year. These are the only 2 that I need to buy. The rest of them I already own, so I just put a little heart beside them so that I'd remember I needed to buy them. And again, this is a rough timeline, and if they don't get read, we'll just move them again to the next year, because I enjoy reading out loud to my kids no matter how old they get. And yes, my desk is a mess. The last thing I'm gonna do on my list is write down the subjects that I'm still researching, the ones that I am tied between, and that way I know to go back and research those further. So I'm gonna make what I call a research list, like this math versus this math, etc. And put that on my list, and then I will show you my finished list, and it'll be time to start the research process, which will come in a different part of this series. Okay, so I did my research list. This is what I'm kind of tied between. The Good and the Beautiful versus Matthew C. for my oldest 2. Horizons versus Matthew C. for Everly. Language arts, do I want to do All About Reading and Evan Moore for my oldest 2, or do I want to continue with The Good and the Beautiful for my oldest 2? History, do I want to do Bookshark, Beautiful Feet, or just do some unit studies? And science, do I want to do Bookshark Science on top of the unit studies that I have picked out, or do I just want to do unit studies? I also went back and filled in Everly's language arts, because I know I'm doing All About Reading with her, so she's going to do just Evan Moore Grammar K workbook. So her year is pretty much solid except for her math. I know which way I'm sort of leaning with these, but I want to do more research, so that's the next part. So guys, that's the first step in how I plan my year. Now I will spend the next couple of weeks researching the curriculums further, hounding out my decisions, comparing the curriculums, comparing the prices of the curriculums, because we have a budget that we like to stay in when it comes to our homeschool, which will also be part of the series. I'll walk you through that as well and go from there. I look forward to taking you guys along with me on this journey, and yeah, this is part 1 of, I don't know how many parts this series is going to end up being, but we will journey it all together. So if you liked this kind of video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. Bye.